Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are set to release a DLC in 2023 that's going to expand on the story already told in the Paldea region and possibly reintroduce us to the Kalos region or uncover more of the truth behind Area Zero. Either way you look at it, this DLC is going to be really exciting and could potentially be the greatest DLC or addition to a Pokemon game we've ever seen. If you're excited for the DLC, smash the like button down below and let's jump into this theory video. There's a character out there that we've already been introduced to that was formerly known as the King of Kalos, and that is AZ. Now, AZ appears in the Pokemon X and Y games and was also heavily referenced in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I believe he has a massive part to play in the Paldea region, or is the cause of Area Zero being the big crater that it is. AZ is the builder and the creator of the ultimate weapon. Originally, the ultimate weapon was used to revive his Floette, who unfortunately passed away during the events of the Great War. Now, Floette was successfully revived, but AZ still wanted revenge on those who had killed his beloved Pokemon. He converted the device into a weapon, and then he used that to end the Great War by destroying both sides. This weapon was heavily featured in Pokemon X and Y, and it's what the villains used to just try and destroy the world. During your playthrough of X and Y, you obviously stop the villains and you prevent the use of the ultimate weapon. But Professor Sycamore, the professor of the X and Y region, theorizes that Mega Stones originate from special stones which could have come from the firing of the ultimate weapon that happened 3,000 years ago when AZ was still alive. One thing to note is that AZ was heavily featured in X and Y because he gave himself immortality by using the ultimate weapon to revive his Pokemon. Now, this is a special ability that he gave himself, and there's rumors that he could potentially still be around in this region of Paldea. The one thing I wanted to touch on in this video is that there's theories out there that there are multiple timelines that the Pokemon games are set in. So this could be a timeline where the Great War continued and AZ fired on the Paldea region, creating Area Zero and the crater that all these Pokemon are coming out from. This would explain the fact that there's a lot of crystals down in Area Zero that create the Paradox Pokemon that could also release the potential of Mega Evolution if you look at it close enough. Area Zero really seems like quite a mysterious area, and I do think that the DLC is going to expand on the truth behind Area Zero. The fact that Area Zero also starts with the letters AZ is kind of like a little bit of an Easter egg in my opinion, and the fact that you can also find a wide variety of Floette down there is also a little bit triggering in my mind. Why else would they name this area Area Zero, AZ, and also have AZ's favorite Pokemon available down in those areas? Having AZ mentioned in the DLC would be kind of fitting because then we get explanation to why the crater is there, and we also get a little bit more of an explanation as to why the map kind of lines up with the Kalos Mountains. Now there's theories around that, and there's also a video that I've made around the Kalos region being right next to the Paldea region, and it would just be super fitting if this DLC kind of expands on the Great War a little bit, which is what Pokemon fans have been wanting for a long time. We also may get a bit of a backstory into AZ and potentially see the ultimate weapon again. Now, I wouldn't be mad if AZ does make an appearance because he does have immortality and he is a great character with a lot of mystery. Now, if he's behind the reason that the professors spent so long down in Area Zero, or that Area Zero are there to begin with, I feel like this would be a great story to tell and a good way to tie in the Kalos region into this game. There are a lot of people that want to see Mega Evolution in this game, but I feel like this could be set before the Mega Evolution was actually found, and Paradox Forms and Terrestrialization could potentially be before Mega Evolution was even invented. Maybe this Paldea region, it fits in the timeline just before the events of X and Y, and could be potentially be before the ultimate weapon was fired again or tried to be used again. Now, I don't think Mega Evolution is going to be a big part in the DLC. I'm hoping that that comes in the remakes of the Kalos region, but it would be kind of fitting if this is how Mega Evolution came about. Maybe people started farming the crystals down in Area Zero, and maybe we get a better explanation as to why the professors spent so long down in Area Zero and didn't come out. This is kind of a really interesting story that I think could have a lot of potential if told right. Okay, I'm going to put this as simple as I can. I have two parts to my theory. The first theory is that AZ fired the Great Weapon, or the Ultimate Weapon, on the Paldea region, which was the center point of the Great War. Now, Area Zero obviously is where that bullet fired and the fallout started. Now, this is a great way to start the story of the Great War and bring it to the Pokemon games, but my other theory could be that X and Y didn't end with us stopping Team Flare, and maybe someone got their hand on the Ultimate Weapon and fired it anyway, after the events of X and Y. and now the Paldea region has the Area Zero crater because someone fired it after the events of X and Y took place. I'm leaning more towards the first theory that I have because I want to see the Great War mentioned in Pokemon games a little bit more, and I really like the fact that AZ was behind the crater or Area Zero. Now, this does make a lot of sense in my brain, but I want to know what you think. What do you think of this theory? Am I on the money or am I really far off? Let me know what you think down below. I'm really excited to see your theories or see what you have to say about my theory. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.